The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody. We will get started in about 5 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Once again, good morning to everybody. Let's get started. So today, once we go over Health Sherpa, the first thing that I want to show you guys is the invitation that you're going to get if you're a new agent. If you are already an existing agent with Health Sherpa, meaning you already have an account with our system, then just wait out this part and at least you'll know if you need to sign up at any other time. So you would get an email with our invite code, or you can get started and use our invite code to add to your agency. So the invite code is going to be 0644, and you should get an email that looks like this. Once this happens, I'm going to sign up. And I am going to, in this case, it logged me into my existing account. Let's get out of there. And just 1 second, my GoToWebinar is kind of not allowing me to go to this corner here. Here we go. All right, so let me log out to ensure I am going to do a brand new one. So if you ever have issues with this, just ensure that you delete all your cookies. And let's see how we can get here with this GoToWebinar thing in the way. All right, so deleting your cookies is simple. You're going to go to history. You're going to clear your browsing data. And you're going to do just your download history, cookies, and you can do cache it if you want. Don't put your passwords, nor do you have to put your browsing data. Okay, so once that's done, you can go ahead and close this out. And let's make sure that you close the page and start all over. So once again, I'm going to click sign up. It should take me to a brand new page. And there we go. So I believe I've already used this email. Let's try a personal email of mine to create another account. Any questions, please start typing them out and I will go over them at the end of the training. Now, if you already have an existing account, meaning you have an account because of Molina, you have an account because of Ambetter, you will need to create another account just because those accounts will only allow you to see that carrier's business. It's not going to allow you to enroll somebody in Molina to Ambetter, Ambetter to Molina, vice versa, or any other carrier in that fact. So what I would do is create a new one, either with a new email, or you guys can put the alt +1 to create another account with the same email if you don't have a second email. And that's still going to go ahead and send you notifications anyways. It doesn't deter the system from sending you notifications if you just do this, right? So let's see. The system's a little slow, guys. Sorry, we're having a little bit of issues with the transmission. It's our internet here at the office. So once again, you can do a brand new email and let's create a password that's easy for us to remember. So you can add the HFI code at any time, right? So I'm going to teach you how to do that as well right now. Okay, you're going to leave it alone. You're going to join an existing agency. You're going to keep the join code, or in this case, you know what? I'm going to erase it just because I want to show you guys how to add it after. So I'm going to create a solo agent account. Yeah, because I don't want to create one. Okay, continue. Going to create a solo, and I'll show you guys how to add that join code after. So we are going to choose, this is very important. It's important for you to choose exactly what states you know you have an appointment in and what appointments you have. You cannot choose a state and expect to be contracted or to be paid commissions in that state, because unless you are appointed and verified with the carrier, you will not get commissions in that state, same as obtaining a non-resident license. Just because you choose it here does not mean that you're going to get paid for it. This is something you're doing because you are saying you're appointed with. They don't know if you are or aren't. And the reason to do this correctly is because these are the carriers that are going to be clicked in all the time. So in my case, I'm going to put Ambetter. Okay. I also have Humana. I'm going to put Georgia, because I have Georgia as well. And I'm going to click the carriers I am appointed with. I am going to click Texas, which is very common amongst most of us. I'm going to click Texas. Same thing if your home state is Texas and you have a non-resident in Florida, will be the exact same thing. I see Humana here a lot. I did not see their filing in the exchange, so don't let this get you a little bit confused. I think it might have to do with the dental plans, but we'll leave it at that and I'll find out more information regarding. And let's just choose one more. So as you guys can see, you got to choose them here one by one. Once you click continue, you can do this later, but you need to go back and get it done. The reason why you need to do this correctly is because if you choose to be a referral agent, meaning you get a client from a state and maybe they referred them to you, you help them out with their enrollment, but you're not appointed, Health Sherpa will pay you at least $50 for that enrollment as a referral. If you leave the referrals turned on and this here is not correct, they're going to put all your clients as referrals. So just, I always say no here. And at the point in time that I need to do a referral, you call the office and we help you do it that way. Because if you say yes and you forgot to put a carrier that you're appointed in and you end up submitting information, you definitely don't want to get paid a referral fee, which is $50 one time versus full commission. Okay, so let's continue. Put all your information. Okay, I'm going to X out of here. So as you guys know, 2020 prices are already out here in Health Sherpa. They're also out in the exchange, so you guys can do it either or. Okay. Now, the first thing that you're going to do, if you're a new account, you're going to enable EDE. If you don't see this here, most likely you have already enabled EDE. In my case, I am going to enable it. This is the information that we have to put. So therefore, I'm going to blank out the screen for a little bit because I need to put my personal information. So please hold for 1 second. Make sure when you put this personal information of yours, you're putting your information exactly as if you would if you needed to verify your identity to obtain a credit card, to open an account, to do any of these things, because it's going to verify you with your personal credit information. It's not going to run your credit or nothing like that, but just like if a client needs to get verified in the exchange, it's going to do the same thing for you. Now, it's only going to do this one time. You only have to enable ED one time for your account. Okay, so just a quick question in between while I'm updating my system here. Somebody's asking, would I be able to enroll Ann Better Molina, etc. if I create this new Sherpa account, or do I have to go to each carrier Sherpa? So the nice thing about this is that if you create this account, you'll be able to do all the carriers, and all the carriers are going to receive it, and everybody's is going to work. So therefore, it should be fine. Yes, there is no video because I'm putting my personal information at this moment. So just please hold for a few minutes while I verify my information. Okay. Okay. Now everybody sees the screen again. So once you're verified, it's going to go back into your situation in your Health Sherpa, and it's going to show you that you're already verified. Okay. It's not going to show no longer verify EDE, none of that stuff. Now, if you have an agent account and you want to add the agency join code, you're simply going to go to marketing. Oh, sorry. It's not in marketing. It's in settings. It's a little confusing because I have an agency account, so I have a little bit of some extra settings. So you wouldn't have the agency part, but you will have marketing, which is really nice, and you can tailor the system to make it look like what you want it to look like. So right here, the upstream agency, you guys will update and you would add the agency join code, right? In my case, I can't because I'm already an agency, so it's not going to allow me to add an agency top of an agency. You guys can also have an agency account for yourselves. So if you have already an agency within the state of Florida and you want it to look like an agency account, you can do that. Just keep in mind that in order to enroll, each enrollment needs to be tied to the agent selling it. Okay, it doesn't matter if in the exchange you put a different NPN, it's not going to read what the exchange says, it's going to read what Health Sherpa says, not what's in the exchange. So if you put your NPN wrong here and you put it correctly in the marketplace, it's going to send whatever is in Health Sherpa. Okay. So now, once you're in here, you should start adding your clients in here, and I'll show you how to do that. You have these three buttons here. So you're going to have start application, search, and quote. I would never start application unless I do a search anyways. So I always would like to go to search marketplace or quote. So I'm going to search marketplace. And let's add a client that we have created. So give me 1 second. You don't have to put the state. You're only going to need first name, last name, date of birth, and you're going to click here, which is really nice because now if the person has multi-state application, meaning maybe they have one here, one in Texas, one in Georgia, I don't know, maybe they've moved around a lot, you kind of get to see the history of that client. So if you need to ask him more questions, you can. So I'm going to add him to, this is a fake account, by the way, obviously. We wouldn't put somebody's information on here. And you can tell by the name that we created. So you're going to add them to client. As you can see right here, it says 2019. Make sure you're adding 2019 and not a previous application in order to work on the most current application. So once you add them, this person, if they have an active policy, they're going to be in the client page of it. If they are just an application, meaning they have no active policy, then they will be in leads. The reason they're in leads is because they don't have an active policy at the time. Yes, they have an application, but they do not have an active policy. So in this case, for this individual, you get to see the application history. They don't have a policy, so you won't see the policy. I'll show you guys how to see the rest right now. And you have a lead. So if you have somebody in this situation, you might want to view the application. Make sure that everything is exactly what your client says. It's very simple. It's a one-pager. So somebody just asked me, what would be the reason that an application shows up in leads even though they're still active? I confirmed they're still active. Did you maybe choose so sometimes one person has more than one application. Did you choose the right application where they're active in? Sometimes there's multiple, and maybe we choose an application that does not have an active plan. So that's something important to look at. Somebody else is asking, please clarify if a client is signing up on their own via My Health Sherpa, how will they be credited? So if you send them the link through your Health Sherpa, it already has your NPN. You don't need to add it, it's automatically added. So long as you're sending them the link from your logged in account. You cannot just tell them, hey, here's the Health Sherpa link for a regular Health Sherpa. You have to send them your link from the marketing tab. And I'll show you guys how to do that after we're done here. Questions for Florida Blue. We do not sell Florida Blue through here. Please understand that, okay? If somebody wants to renew and you don't have an appointment with Florida Blue, you either can help the client obtain a different plan that works for the client, or if nothing works for a client other than Florida Blue, then they will have to do it through Florida Blue. You can help them. This does not mean that you're going to get paid if you're not appointed. Okay. So I'm going to close it. Now, in this case, you can change renew plan, right? And when somebody's in the client tab of it, you'll be able to click on them and you'll see the same thing, but you'll see their current plan, which is a little different, right? So let's go ahead and do a search. Well, we already did the search. Sorry, let's do a quote. And it should carry over all the information from the person you're working on. So it did. There's a person's information. There's the income that we put, the household members, and the zip code. So just a quick review on the quotes. If anybody is new on here, when you're quoting somebody, please remember you're going to need their home zip code, household members. In the household members tab, you're going to put how many people are going to be in the application, whether they're applying for coverage or not. Meaning it's a husband and wife and a child, right? But only the husband is applying. Then you put 3 here and you leave who needs coverage, only the one person, right? And obviously they would need to have a much higher income in order to qualify with 3 individuals. Which is still, oh. Gotta get used to the new chart. So let's, still, okay. Okay, so 3 household members, 25,000, only one is applying. They're still getting 407, right? I'm going to put this back to a single individual, and they are going to make the minimum, which I've been doing at 12,700. It's really 12,500, but it'll kind of give you the same savings and eligibility. So I just don't want to take it down too low, and then it does it through the application, but sometimes it does not show it when you're quoting. For whatever reason, whether it's here or through the marketplace, sometimes it doesn't read the lowest number. So I always put it a little higher, and it will make a difference on the payment. So somebody just asked, do we need to renew all plans even if they're choosing to keep the same plan? Okay, if they're choosing to keep the same plan, you can let them auto renew. I always think it's safer to have the person, and help them through do an active renewal, so there's no issues, so that their subsidy is updated, so that there's no problem with their situation, and to ensure that you're the agent. Okay. So we left it 1 household member, 1 person applying, minimum income. Now let's take a look at the plans, right? If you guys look on here on the carriers, because I did not click that I'm appointed with Florida Blue, it does not show on the quotes. Okay, you can choose to show silver, and you can show only EPOs or HMOs if you wanted to, right? So without choosing Florida Blue for this person, it's giving me this plan as the best plan. This does not mean that it's the most affordable plan. As you can see, Oscar is $16, but this is just a better plan per se because it has a lower out-of-pocket max and it's a lower cost. The nice thing with this is that they'll go ahead and sort it based on the person's usage. So if you look right here at the usage estimate, you guys can put low, medium, and high. I always like to keep it at medium. I think that's average. And then it should show you what their estimated all in after their plan's premium would be. Meaning, if this person uses their plan, so they're a medium user, they go to the doctor regularly, they're not extremely sick, but they do kind of take care of their stuff. Maybe they have a little bit of high blood pressure and they go ahead and they get their yearly and they have some follow-up visits. So that's medium usage, right? Low usage is somebody that just goes to get that yearly visit. They just go, they do their preventative, and that's it, right? So you can also add a doctor and hospital on here. So let's put Memorial. Right, and let's add, where is the Miramar one? Here it is. So let's add it on here. And it's going to show you the plans that are carrying that hospital as well, which is really nice. It shows you that it's in their network. Okay, so you don't have to go plan by plan and look for everything. I would add them on here. What's the doctor? What's the hospital? Add them on here, and it's going to show you the plans that have that network available. So that makes it a lot easier on us, the brokers, right? So you could look for drugs here. You could look for doctors anyways, and you can look at the extra benefits. You can also do a side-by-side comparison, and you see them down here. You can compare up to 3. When you do the side by side, you're able to see network, you're able to see primary, specialist, generics, emergency room, hospital stay, okay, deductible. So you're able to see all of that. Just remember, the most important thing for me out of any plan after almost 10 years of doing this has always been the out-of-pocket max, the stop loss, but you guys will know that because you're the agents. Let's see. I have a few more questions I want to get to. So you can, somebody says, are we able to remove these and just get plans by cost? Yes, yes, you can. You can go ahead and tailor it here, right? And take off the usage estimate and just put it at low, and it's going to give you the plans by cost. So if you leave it at low, it should leave it just by the premium. So it's going to put now this plan as the cheapest plan, and then it continues just by cost. Why? Because this person only goes to preventative visits and so on. Okay, so let me look at some more questions. If a person wants to renew with Florida Blue and I do not have it as a carrier with Health Sherpa, he will need to do it through his healthcare.gov account? No. You can still enroll carriers that you're not appointed with. You can still help the person out. So if you want to quote it, you can just click on Florida Blue and you will see their prices on here as well. Okay, somebody's asking me, what do you recommend in a case that a client does not answer the phone? Because of how the marketplace is, please do not actively renew that client. Let them auto renew. Do not put them to what you think is best. Do not put them to the closest plan. Let them auto renew. Because the marketplace can see somebody that's been auto renewal and and an active renewal. So if the client for whatever reason just wants to let their plan lapse, because maybe they got employer coverage or they no longer want the plan after 12/1, we're nobody to make that decision for them unless we talk to them. You cannot just go ahead and actively renew them. Let them auto renew, and then if they have an issue, that's on the marketplace because it's an auto renewal. It is not an active renewal. Okay, we cannot make the decision for them. We have to talk to them. Can you email the quote? Yes, you can. You can email it very easy. I'm going to show you now. Somebody's asking me if I have available the new 2020 income level chart. Yes, we will send that over with your new agent portal with all the information by tomorrow. And the side-by-side quotes, can they be forwarded to the client? Yes, right? So we're doing the comparison. We're going to compare these two. See it here, send to client. When you send to the client, you're going to say to message, client phone number, and the link, right? Or you can copy to the clipboard, and that means that you'll be able to send it through your own email if you don't want to send it through here. This is going to show like it's coming from whatever email you have on file anyways. It's not going to show like if it's coming from Health Sherpa. Any questions on quoting so far? Okay, so I'm going to remove all the plans. And like I said, you can show Florida Blue on here, right? And then you can see their pricing right here. $1 off from Ambetter with a nice $2,700 out-of-pocket max compared to $1,400. A little bit of a disservice to the client. So this is kind of their cheapest plan. They have I think a more competitive plan as far as benefit, which is this one, where they have a little bit of a lower out-of-pocket cost, right? Because if we put somebody with medium usage, which is definitely the average, at least I want to say 80%, and that's the reason why they have insurance, they are going to pay $275 all in with medium, and that's obviously through the clinics with the $2,700 out-of-pocket max. They have to go see a primary to be able to go see a specialist, and it's just maybe not ideal, right? Some of us sell it, and I understand, and some clients want it because of the name, but it's our job to educate them to see what's best. And I don't think network would be the fight anymore, at least with Ambetter, just because all the hospitals are there except for Baptist, and they can still go through emergency. And I've seen a lot of people covered in Baptist urgent cares with Ambetter. So we'll continue. So once you choose a plan, you can go ahead and add it to your cart. So if you want this plan, we're going to add it to our cart. We're going to start the app, and it's going to show just like a marketplace application. Okay. So once we add it, because we're not in open enrollment, you will resume the application November 1st. Okay. So it's going to send the client an email, and it's going to have your email, which is really nice. So they can see that you did do the quote for them and that you're not putting them in prior to the time that when you're supposed to. Okay. So let's go back here, and let me show you some other details on Health Sherpa. So if you go to marketing, you can use your direct links. This is the link that you're going to send to a client that's going to self-enroll. You're not just going to send them Health Sherpa from up here. You're going to send this link. You're going to copy it and send it to them. And that link is going to show like this. It's going to have all your information, right? It's going to have your name, and whatever they do within this link goes tied to your portal. Meaning if they leave the application without getting a plan, it's going to be in your leads. If they get a plan, it's going to be in your customers. So you'll be able to see all of that is very clear. You can go ahead and add your company information. You can add a logo. You can change the color. You can change the picture to any of these, or you can put your own picture. I've seen people put part of their logo here or part of their brand. You can go ahead and do that. Referrals, this is where we kind of leave it off, right? So I have it off. If I wanted to sell one referral, I would turn it on for that one referral and then turn it off. Okay. Insights is going to be all your information, all your activity, right? Clients, and then we have our leads. If you want to look at somebody's 1095A because they're asking you for it, in that case, you're going to add the 2018 application, right? That's where the 1095A is going to be. It's not going to be on the 2019 because that doesn't have that yet, but it will have it starting in, I want to say April or whenever the tax situation happens that they need it. It'll have the one for 2019 on the 2019 application. It won't have it on the 2020 application. That will be next year. Okay. Any questions? I'm open for questions or any other functionalities you guys want me to address with Health Sherpa. If you guys see that you were logged into your Ambetter one or your Molina one and the logo shows up here as the previous one, just clear your cookies. It should be just fine. Okay. The only reason I say you can create a new Health Sherpa account is if you don't already have a personal account. I am not saying that you have to create a personal account with Health Sherpa. Okay, that's only if you don't have one. So meaning if you have one with just Ambetter, if you have one with just Molina, you're gonna create one where you can see all the carriers and see all your business in one area. Okay, so somebody just says, not sure I understand when turning on the referral is appropriate. I would say it's never appropriate. Just leave it off unless you have that one referral from maybe another state. So maybe a friend of yours referred you to somebody in, I don't know, Alabama, and you're not licensed in Alabama. You don't have any appointments in Alabama, but you want to help out this person. And hey, helping them can earn you $50 one time. But it's better $50 than nothing. And maybe that person can bring you other people that can help you out later, and then you say, hey, you know what, it's worth it for me next year to get an Alabama license and to get appointed. Somebody's asking if the client's income shows to be too low. I'm assuming you tried to put, because it doesn't say low after, they cannot enroll in an ACA plan, right? That's not the case. That's not true. If somebody doesn't have enough income, or if somebody has too much income, they could still enroll. They just would not get any subsidy, meaning they won't get tax credit or advanced premium tax credit in their application. Does not mean that they cannot enroll. Obviously, if it's too low, this might not be an affordable option for them. Please hold 1 second. Okay, let's see what other questions. So if you're doing a referral, I would call the office, make sure that your health Sherpa is put on correctly, and we will correct that for you. Make sure all your appointments are there so you don't have any issues before you turn on a referral. Okay, a referral is not going to be a consistent thing. That's why I say to please make sure that you call us so we can do it for you or do it with you. Somebody's asking if you can import the current clients to Health Sherpa. Yes, you can. But you know what? Once you import them, you still have to EDE verify them. So it's kind of like still looking for them one by one. And the nice thing is that when you go one by one, you get to see if the client is active or not, or it doesn't allow you to grab them, or whatever situation. So you kind of do some homework before open enrollment starts. Somebody's asking, are 1095 forms available for previous years up to 2018? So on here, they're going to be available until 2018. Can you quote them with dental or health at the same time? Yes. So if you sell those plans that you can add the dental to it, you can go ahead and do that. Do we search application to get back into the marketplace and then pick application in the left column? I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me reread this question. So just to kind of go back on that question, 1095s are only available up to 2018 on Health Sherpa. Can you quote a dental with a health? You'll be able to do it exactly as you can do it in the marketplace. So you can add the dental the same way you're able to add it in the marketplace when you do the application. The only reason you see the separate dental is if you want to do a separate dental. So let's say you only want to sell dentals for whatever reason, you can do so. So you don't, the nice thing about this system and being EDE certified is that you don't have to go to the marketplace. This is real live. It's fully integrated with the marketplace. So somebody just asked, do we search the application to get into the marketplace and then pick application in the left column? No. Once you click on the person and you find them like we did, you click on the 2019 application, you click on add to clients, it's going to automatically take you to whether the person is a lead or a client. You just got to hold 2 seconds and it will take you by itself to where you need to be. And it'll show you their current application. Somebody's asking, am I going to be able to enroll clients older than 65 through Health Sherpa? I think you need to broaden that question, because are you saying client older than 65 that doesn't qualify for ACA, that doesn't qualify for Medicare and is getting an ACA plan because they maybe don't have the credits? Then yes, you can enroll them. Are you maybe saying that person as a dependent, you can go ahead and split the app? So there's so many tiers to that question that you're asking, so you're going to have to be a little more specific with it. Can you transfer the clients that are in Health Family to Health Sherpa? Yes, you can import them, but you still have to get them EDE certified. So therefore, it's easier to just go ahead and look for them in the exchange and add them to your clients. It's pretty quick. I had an agent do 1,200 of those in one day. Can we change update income someone's via this link as of the current moment? Yes, that's going ahead and reporting a change. You can update their income and whatever you need to do. You can do that with Health Sherpa just like you would do in the exchange. Somebody just asked me that the marketplace is requesting an AOR sign for each account. Is this true? No, they're taking verbal, they're taking signed, they're taking emailed, so it doesn't have to be necessarily signed, but this whole thing of people stealing clients and the whole back and forth and looking into clients who do not belong to them is going to stop. Last year they hired that third party company. Last year that third party company got into this and started figuring everything out, and now they're very strict. I've seen agents accounts getting so you're getting emails with notifications that you're looking into accounts that don't belong to you. So just make sure that you're doing this right. I mean, this is not something that the marketplace is not requesting it, guys. This is the same law that's been on since the beginning. You have to have consent from your client. You have to let your client know, do I have consent to access your application? And they have to agree to it. That's why I say do not renew somebody that you have not talked to. Let them auto renew. Do not make any changes without speaking to your clients. Don't change them from companies without talking to them, because this year I'm going to see a lot of terminations and it's already happening. I don't know if anybody on here has gotten the notification from the exchange that you're looking into apps that you're not supposed to, or extra notifications that don't belong to the rest of the group. That's because they're watching it every day. They do a report, they see how many SCPs have came in, they see what MPN is attached to it, whether you do it through a client's account, whether you do it through a Health Sherpa account, whether you do it through any account. They're going to see it because it's very simple. They don't care of the form of enrollment. They're looking at MPN versus versus SCPs or changes, right? So a lot of clients, the average will be maybe 2 SCPs a month or less. But then there's people doing 20 or 30, and they just all end up happening to have the same reason. They're all maybe having an issue with their citizenship, or they all have the same reason because that's the way that we pass the applications through. They're looking at that. And it's, it's going to happen just like it happened with Medicare, I'm sorry, years ago, where it was a free for all, and then they got tight on it and things got different. A lot of people left this because now it has to be done the right way. That's going to happen with this, just like anything that's open and there's a lot of fraud. Like we see a lot of clients, like a lot of agents taking clients and a lot of things like that. That's what happens. Like, just because you had a client and now they spoke to another agent, that's no longer your client. You can't just go back and take them back without talking to the client. You have to talk to the client and make sure that you're the agent they want to work with. So for all your Florida Blue questions, please contact Florida Blue. I don't do trainings on Florida Blue. I don't sell Florida Blue through here, so please contact Florida Blue. Yes, so to make changes of address, add members, income, etc., you can do it through Health Sherpa, and it will be changed in the marketplace in real time, which is really nice. You can go back, and after you're done, you can go ahead and look for it in the exchange and you'll see it like that. Can you erase someone from your leads or clients if you added by mistake? Yes, go ahead and archive them. So you'll see a button that says archive. This one's a lead. So you'll do the archiving. I think it's going to be done right here. So you would archive, right? So once you archive them, then that's it. That's done. Okay, so let's see. Any other questions? Somebody's asked, I had agents take business from me with fake SCPs this year. So yes, I've seen that too. I have reported any agent that sees this type of situation. You can get your client to write you an email from their email or make you a letter. And I've been reporting clients. Obviously, if the agent is within HFI, I talk to the agent first, make sure I educate them. And because we're in the same family, we try to make sure it gets corrected. If it's a non-HFI agent, I send them to the Department of Insurance right away without any notice, without anything. I don't reach out to them. I just go ahead and let that happen. Thankfully, it's not really the HFI agents that I have a lot of issues with, unless you guys are not reporting them. It's usually agents that don't really sell. They dedicate themselves to just take clients, which is really sad. Okay. If I help a client and I do not have the appointment and I help them with my NPN, do I get in trouble? You're not supposed to enroll with your NPN. You can get ahead and do the application, and it's not going to go through your NPN. It'll go through with the owner of Health Sherpa's NPN. So he will be the one that enrollment belongs to. It doesn't belong to you if you do it as a referral. So you can go to directly, if somebody's asking me if there's a special link to create a new Sherpa account or to be connected through Health Family, or I can just go to directly through Health Sherpa. You can go directly through Health Sherpa. You can go ahead and add the invite ID to your Health Sherpa, or you can stay with it as is. So long as you have all the carriers, I'm fine with that, and it just works out like that. How do I do it as a okay? So somebody needs the specific question about the referral. Please contact us. Give us a call to the office after this, because I can't keep going over the referral situation. Call the office and we'll go on a one-by-one basis with you on how to do a referral. Somebody's asking what an HO5 is. I have no idea what an HO5 is. I'm not sure if maybe that is the wrong term. If you can detail a little bit of what you think I'm talking about with an HO5 so that I can see. Do you mean HFI, like Health Family Insurance? So HFI is a shorter term for our name, Health Family Insurance. I'm not sure if that's what you mean by HO5, or maybe you meant the 1095. So just making sure. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will be doing more of these, and I'll be doing new agent trainings as soon as the exchange opens, because I want to show you guys live on how to do this. For now, you guys can quote, you guys can add your existing clients that you know are your clients, you guys can create your Sherpa. If you need any help, please email us and we will call you. We'll set up an appointment and give you a call. Okay, we will continue doing this with you. We will continue doing this throughout open enrollment. If there's any issues, I'm going to be doing at least one of these every week, even if we are in open enrollment. So if you can join us, please do. If you have questions, please do. I'm sure at that time we're going to have complex cases. I'm sure at that time we'll be able to go through any questions that are happening as we go, because everything changes, as you guys know, and I want to keep you guys updated. So I will send out the training calendar for November, and it's going to be every Monday. So we're going to have this every Monday. We're going to do Health Sherpa trainings. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful open enrollment and a wonderful day. Any questions, email us, and we are here. Thank you.